What's up, guys? Welcome back to Call Me Old Fashioned, where we talk everything bourbon, whiskey, and of course, old fashions. Today we're going to be talking about a little bit of Wild Turkey Rare Breed, but not the regular bourbon. We're talking about the rye, the barrel-proof rye. Now, I'm confused. How are you guys not talking about this bottle more than you currently are? Everybody in the world, if I post a single video saying, hey, what's the best bottle around 50 bucks? What's your favorite bottle? Everybody blows up the comments with Rare Breed. So I went to the liquor store, saw this one. This one came in at $52. This is coming in right around 112.2 proof. Now this is a blend of a 4, 6, and 8 year Kentucky straight rye. Now, for all of that being said, I've already done a first impressions. It's really good. But let's go ahead and dive in. I can let you know some of the notes I'm getting, and we can really just kind of break down a little review action for this one. Now this one has won a couple of awards. They won 2 in 2020 and then 1 in 2021, which was going to be the San Francisco's World Spirits competition, something like that, and they won the double gold medal. Thought that was pretty cool. But again, I haven't heard too much about this bottle. I hear a lot about the bourbon, but not about the rye. The rye, we're going to dive into the review portion, but on the first impressions, it really impressed me. So let's go ahead and dive into the nose. Now the first thing you get, obviously, is tons and tons of rye spice, but it's not so overpowering where it kind of just deep fries your nose, right? You get some sweetness in there, like a little bit of caramel, a little bit of vanilla. You get definitely some like woody oakiness to it, but overall, solid nose. I used to do the ratings, like the points. If I was gonna do that again, it'd be pretty high on the nose for rating scale wise, but it's definitely approachable for a rye. Now let's go ahead and give it a little taste test, see what it's like on the palate. Cheers. So, a lot of things from the nose translates really well on the palate, but the best way I can describe it is it just kind of like maxes that out. On the nose, it's like, okay, I get it. But the palate, it's like everything's there, just times 10, right? A lot more oak, a lot more spice, but in the best possible way. Reminds me of Christmas for some reason. That's what kind of the nostalgic part hits me. I'm like, that it tastes like the day after Christmas. You know, you're cleaning up the house, you're getting the pines out. That's where my mind kind of goes for spice wise. Now, vanilla and caramel notes still there. It is definitely like a sweeter rye than I'm used to. But I think Wild Turkey in general is kind of sweet, but that's just me. Now, I will say this is 112.2 proof. For the barrel proof, it doesn't drink like that. It drinks like it's 115, 117-ish. To me, that's right in that sweet spot for proof. I think it drinks really well for that. But I will say the finish, and this is something I got from the first impression as well, the finish on this thing is like till next year. I'm going to be tasting this till next Christmas, right? I can feel it in my chest, in my throat. It's there. But that's in like the best possible way. So when it comes to that finish, for me, any pour, it could taste good in the middle. You can have a decent mid palate. You can have all the notes you want, but if it has a weak finish, it doesn't rate that high just simply because the finish is what brings it home, right? That's when you get done, you're like, all right, that was a good pour. The finish on this thing is immaculate, to say the least. Now, I'm not just trying to hype up this bottle. I don't typically talk about bottles like that, but the finish on this one is incredible. For review purposes, is it worth 50 bucks? Absolutely. It's one of the better ryes I've had for 50 bucks. I'd say it's probably the best value rye you could possibly get, right? I have a few other ones that I like. I like the Bullet 12-year rye. It's really good. This is better, way more complex. I got the Redwood Empire Rocket Top as well. That one's very good, but it's like an extra 30, 40 bucks. So I would say, hey, you could probably pick this one up for less money and it'd be just as good. So that is my initial thoughts. Again, 50 bucks, Wild Turkey Rare Breed, barrel proof, 112.2 proof. I think it is a must buy. It's definitely up there in my favorites for ryes, especially so if you're a rye lover, even if you're a bourbon lover for that matter, this is like a good segue into the rye. So I would definitely advise everybody to pick this up, but let me know in the comments. Do you like Wild Turkey Rare Breed? Do you like the rye version? In general, have you had this and what's your initial thoughts on it? So if you like these type of videos, like, subscribe, do all that jazz. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you on the other side. Peace.